Morning. Good morning. And welcome to today's Transit Police appointment, promotional and award ceremony. My name is Deirdre Jones, and it is my honor to serve as Chief of Transit Police and my pleasure to serve as MC for this occasion. Before we begin, I will ask everyone to please make sure you silence your cell phones for the duration of this event. And I invite you all at this time to stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All my promotees, please turn and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. And uncover. This is a joyous occasion, and I am happy to be part of it. I just want to acknowledge our special guests that are joining us today. We have Reverend Charles Lucas, who is the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Board President. We also have board member Mayor Weiss from Shaker Heights. I also would like to acknowledge Ms. India Birdsong, who is the Chief Executive Officer, and Dr. Flounce Caver, who is the Chief Operating Officer for RTA. I'd also like to acknowledge that Commander Orlando Hudson and Lieutenant Keisha Hudson could not be with us today, but they are watching the event virtually. So, now, advancements through the ranks of law enforcement is not an easily accomplished task. It not only takes hard work, commitment, and dedication, but it often requires the support and sacrifice of an officer's family and friends. So, I would like to recognize all the family members here today with a hearty round of applause. At this time, we will have remarks from Reverend Charles Lucas, GCRTA Board President.
Thank you so much, Chief Jones, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, and so glad that Mayor Weiss is with me, all 10 of us give the biggest congratulations that we know of to you for this auspicious occasion and this year promotion day. The Board of Trustees is made up of 10 people, 4 are appointed by the Mayor of the City of Cleveland, 3 are appointed by the Chief Executive of the county, and 3 come from the Mayor's Association. And I have the honor of being the president. This is special for me because I love transit so very much. Often when you ask people, what is RTA, they will start off by talking about maybe the board or the very efficient administration headed by Ms. Birdsong, or the bus driver, or the transit driver, the trolley driver, and certainly the police. But we really are represented by the people who ride, the riders. As you know, that is our most important person, is the rider. And the rider often makes the declaration and the determination. That's what RTA is all about. And that's why it's so very important that we have you as our face, because you are often the one that they talk about when you mention RTA. I'm a Methodist minister, and for 9 years I had the opportunity to serve as a pastor in Kansas City. They had the city form of government there, the city manager, and we had commissioners, and I was one of the commissioners, and my job was the police, the fire, and EMS. And for 9 years, I was in charge of hiring, promotion, demotion, retirement, and congratulations times. And I got to really know more about police work during those 9 years. But often when I would interview police when they were coming in for that first interview, there was always something about them that I could tell that this is somebody who really wanted to add to the safety of the community, wanted to put a new face on the community. And every now and then, I would get one that would say, my girlfriend says I look good in a uniform. So it's really an honor for me to be here. And so on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I also want to say a word about Chief Jones. I'm a big fan of Chief Jones. Give Chief Jones a big hand because he is just so very special. So again, on behalf of all of us, congratulations.
Thank you, Reverend Lucas. Now, please welcome Ms. India Birdsong, the Chief Executive Officer, who will say a few words. You know what? I think this is not plugged up.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm a bit of a pacer, so I'll stand up when I talk this morning. Just wanted to be able to say a couple words. It's hard to be able to come behind Reverend Lucas, so I'll try my best here. But let me just say this. Being with the Transit Authority here in Cleveland for nearly 3 years has given me a really intimate view of the community. And really how we're able to serve our customers is how we're able to serve each other. So a lot of the things that you hear from Reverend Lucas as far as the almost you feel like you're in church, right? The kind of stories that he tells, that's part of the Cleveland fabric of who we are. I'm proud to be able to say we now, being a transplant here. But coming here, I did notice through different agencies working in transit is that every public transit agency does not have a police department. Every transit authority does not have the dedication that you see in these gentlemen and lady here to be able to serve you and protect you on a daily basis. So I just want to be able to just kind of remember that fact and really acknowledge the fact that we're blessed here in Cleveland to be able to have the kind of protection and the kind of passion that you see with these folks here today. And it's really important because sometimes if we don't leave Cleveland, we don't realize that. And we could take it for granted. So today we don't take that for granted. And I do appreciate all of you in being able to serve our community well. It is an honor to say that we have a representation in the folks you see here today. As it will be stated time and time again, it's not easy. It is not easy. We get up at all different times of night. I get calls from Flance Caver and Miss Jones or Chief Jones all different times of night, and therefore Reverend Lucas gets my call as well. So we stay up together. We succeed together and we fail together. And that's really the mantra that the RTA has come to embrace over the years. And it really is what brought me to Cleveland, and I would imagine what brings a lot of you to the force. So with that, I would just like to say congratulations. Thank you to the families. Without you, these gentlemen would not be here today. So it really is your honor as well as theirs. And I hope that you share that today and continue to support them, because knowing that you do that, you actually support the Cleveland community as well. So thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Birdsong. Now I ask that you welcome Dr. Flance Caver, Chief Operating Officer.
Thank you, Chief. I want to say welcome to all of the honorees here today, their family, and those friends who are listening to us online. It is a great pleasure to have this day where we get a chance to honor our transit police officers and their promotions. You are true public servants, and the work that you do to protect and serve the members of this community, our riders and our employees, is tremendous work. As members of the operations division, you all know that you are key to our ability to provide transportation services and to connect this community. And so on behalf of our division, I want to say congratulations to you and welcome to your families. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Caver. So today we come together to celebrate those appointed and promoted, and one who is being awarded. I thought it only fitting to hold this ceremony during Police Week, as we honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice while protecting their communities. This morning, preparing my uniform, I also call it my Wonder Woman costume, I looked at my badge as I pinned it on my shirt. And I was proud of the fact that I've worn one for over 34 years. To me, this badge not only represents the hard work that I have put in during my career, but also the trust that has been placed in me when I took my oath, first as a police officer and now as your chief. I hope that each one of you, when you look at your new badges, remember not only how hard you have worked to reach your goals, but also the power, the duty, and trust that come with wearing it. In your career, I urge you to temper the power of new positions with empathy, humility, and respect, because those qualities will enable you to better serve and protect your communities and one another. My law enforcement experiences opened many doors for me. Today begins another chapter in your journey. You are opening another door. You are taking on a new challenge. As people in charge of people, I want you to remember several things. Number one, remember that you work for the people and you are entrusted with much responsibility. You have all earned it, but you must continue to earn it every day. Number two, act with courage. In the face of adversity, courage will aid us and you in making the right decision, even when we have to stand alone. Number three, conduct yourself with honor. Your integrity is the single most important possession you have. Number four, everything you do reflects not only on you and your personal brand, but on your family, your department, and the law enforcement profession as a whole. And finally, number five, keep in mind that it is not us against the community. We are part of the communities we serve. As Sir Robert Peel, the father of modern policing, said, the police are the public and the public are the police. I believe that I can speak for everyone here when I say we celebrate your accomplishments. I also believe that going forward, you will continue to make us proud by serving with honor and dignity. I stand before you like a proud parent. While you're certainly not my children, because some of you are almost as old as I am, Chuck, Mike, I am truly honored to be part of this law enforcement community and this family. As these officers assembled here today have prepared themselves and demonstrated a willingness to accept the challenges of these positions, we will now administer the oaths of office for their respective ranks. Patrol officers being promoted to sergeant, please stand. To our newly appointed sergeants, you will take on a tremendous responsibility in transit police, for it is the sergeant that plans, assigns, supervises, and reviews the work of our officers to make certain they deliver superior services to our citizens. Sergeants also interpret, convey, and ensure implementation of the department's policies, orders, and all directives coming from the Chief of Police. Sergeants respond to critical incidents, must be able to make quick and sound decisions, and effectively communicate instructions to others, while assuming the role of incident commander often during the most volatile stages of an incident. Identified by 3 stripes on each sleeve, sergeants are considered superior officers and must conduct themselves in a manner that produces respect from those that they command as well as the public. New sergeants, please raise your right hand for the oath of office. I state your name. Hereby solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge the duties of sergeant of the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Police Department during my continuance in said office. Congratulations. Sergeants being promoted to lieutenant, please stand. Lieutenants must have a thorough understanding of the mission of transit police and demonstrate the ability to set and accomplish goals designed to improve the department and the services that we deliver. Lieutenants are responsible for planning, coordinating, and reviewing the work of officers under their command, while monitoring and evaluating the work for effectiveness and efficiency. Lieutenants respond to major incidents occurring within their area of responsibility and ensure that officers work collectively and tactically to effectuate a desired result. Lieutenants must be able to analyze problems swiftly and identify solutions that are consistent with the best practices in law enforcement. A lieutenant wears one gold bar placed squarely on each shoulder and is often referred to as a white shirt, which indicates an advance within the ranks of management. New lieutenants, please raise your right hand for the oath of office. I state your name.
I, Charles Wilson,
Hereby solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially
and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially
discharge the duties of lieutenant
discharge the duties of lieutenant
of the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Police Department
of Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Police Department
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance in said office.
Congratulations. Those being appointed to commander, please stand. Commanders of police are distinguished by an oak leaf on each shoulder. They manage all aspects of the operation and administration of one or more major integrated operating sections within transit police. Commanders also oversee and coordinate supervision of subordinate management and operating staff within their sections, participates in strategic planning, and represents the department to GCRTA, other agencies, and the general public. Commanders must possess a working knowledge of all applicable federal laws, state statutes, and municipal ordinances, as well as the written directives of transit police, and they are expected to provide the leadership needed for accomplishing the goals and the mission of the department. New commanders, please raise your right hand for the oath of office. I state your name. Hereby solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge the duties of commander of the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Police Department during my continuance in said office. Congratulations. Commander being appointed to Deputy Chief, please stand. Distinguished by an eagle on each shoulder, the Deputy Chief of Police is an integral part of the leadership, as the Deputy Chief is a senior command member responsible for the supervision and management of all employees, functions, and activities in transit police. Deputy Police Chief assists the Police Chief in planning, organizing, and directing the patrol, investigative, administrative, internal affairs, and support service activities of the department. The Deputy Chief also assumes responsibility for the department in the chief's absence. New Deputy Chief, please raise your right hand for the oath of office. I state your name.
I, Michael Gettings,
Hereby solemnly swear
hereby solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially
and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially
discharge the duties of Deputy Chief
discharge the duties of Deputy Chief
of the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Police Department
of the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority Police Department
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance in said office.
Congratulations. Now, before we close, we have one more award to present, and that is a special presentation of the Exemplary Officer Award for 2021. The word exemplary is defined as serving as a desirable model and representing the best of its kind. And this year's recipient demonstrates the epitome of exemplary every day. Freddie, can you come forward? Step on that side, over here. As a 9-year member of the Transit Police Department, Detective Alfredo Cuevas demonstrates his commitment to the community he serves. He collaborates with resource agencies in our area to develop community-based projects and initiatives involving the unsheltered population, crisis intervention, trauma counseling, domestic violence, and substance abuse. These partnerships exhibit Detective Cuevas' advocacy for the safety of all individuals that traverse the GCRTA system. He is an FBI and Ohio Police Academy trained crisis negotiator, crisis intervention officer, coordinator, and instructor. He is a certified defensive tactics instructor and teaches conflict mitigation to transit police officers. He also instructed new hire RTA bus operators in conflict awareness and de-escalation and is a nationally registered emergency medical technician and instructor. Affectionately known as Freddie, he has received over 20 commendations for service during his career with TP, including Officer of the Month, RTA Champion of Safety, an Exemplary Performance Award, and APTA Community Service Award. Freddie is currently finishing his bachelor's degree in social science and plans to complete his master's in industrial organizational psychology. He credits his family for giving him the ability to connect, the inspiration to succeed, and the courage to face uncertainty, and believes that we get out of life only what we are willing to put into it. Detective Cuevas, congratulations. You've earned it. So I'd like to give everybody, family, friends, officers, our special guests, a big round of applause for being here today. So now, as we close, I'd like to leave you with this famous quote from the late and great Nelson Mandela. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. I wish you all the best of luck as you move forward in your careers. This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you all for coming.